And all, you and me and everyone in between. Hi, Stuart.
Hi.
Welcome to yet more Trek fun! As we... Gosh, this is the anniversary eve. So do tune in on Friday for our gentle 10-year anniversary live before our not so gentle 10-year anniversary live on the 19th. Might be some more crazy. We'll see. So join in, celebrate with us 10 years and reminisce and discuss and tell us your favourite thoughts and things and bobs. Things and bobs.
Maybe we'll have a viewer's choice favorite Trekyards moments from you guys. That'd be fun. Fun live. What do you guys like about Trek? Anyway, regardless, we're here now for battles, more viewer's choice battles. This is part 2. We did part 1 about a month ago, and yeah, still a lot of battles that didn't get mentioned. So it'll be interesting to see what you guys come up with. Since there is a limited number of battles in Star Trek, we will say that this is a $5 super chat kind of deal. It's not like unlimited, you know.
You guys are often wonderful at doing more than 5 because it does support the channel, as you know, and it puts smiles on our faces, as you know. And in fact, this last time, comes from really incredible ideas. Some that we hadn't thought about, like, oh yeah, that's a thing that happens. Or like, some cheeky among you, like, these 3 shots. It is a battle, but it might be at a point where they couldn't afford to do more than 3 shots. And yet some of those 3 shots might have got high, because they might be really good shots, and what they're symbolising and how they're done, lighting, and it's a very interesting field, this. It's not just the, the biggest ones equal best. It can be, all the above. And we have a lot of great ones here. But we haven't done Nemesis, we haven't done a lot of the DS9 ones, a lot of the Enterprise ones. I mean, a lot of all of them, right? Very few Discovery... No Discovery. Yeah, that might have been F. So no Discovery, one Lodex, no Strange New Worlds, no Picard. So there's lots of good ones. And ones to pick.
Olivia Julius throws in $5. The Battle of the Binary Stars. Star Trek Discovery.
Good shout. But I will start.
We already talked about that.
That was in favorite episodes, and that was obviously one that battle we discussed in that, because that was part of why it was worst, because the battle wasn't very good. But at least visually it wasn't. Maybe it'll rank differently here. So I'll see you in a minute, Stuart, as I start to put as I share. I also put that on as well. See you in a sec.
And we'll get to your super chat. This is when he's back, Olivia. Anyway, hit that like button, guys. 19 of you here, 7 likes. That's great, but let's get up to at least 15, maybe 20 likes if we can. Hit that like button. Don't forget to make sure you're subscribed to the channel and click the bell notification icon to all, so you get notified when we do lives, when we upload, when we do all that kind of cool stuff. We want you guys to be part of the community and hang out with us, so make sure you get notified as well. So make sure you're subscribed and notified. Also, you can join the channel. There is a join button down there. You can join on YouTube here, or head on over to Patreon/Trekyards. That's another way to support us on a monthly basis, and we really appreciate that if you're able to, so please do so. And don't forget to, share the word around. If you know somebody, oh my god, I can't even speak. If you know somebody that likes Star Trek and would enjoy Trekyards, let them know about us. But yes, back to the join option. Either here or on Patreon, there you will have your name in the credits of all of our videos, and you'll just get assigned a ship and see who your crewmates are, other regulars that join us. So yeah, you can part of that community, the Discord community, hang out with your crewmates on Discord and have a good time overall. So do the things. Also, don't forget that just sharing the videos, liking the videos is very important, and there are links down below to the Teespring and the TeePublic store where you can get yourself some cool Trekyards merch. We like to think it's cool, because it is. But 24 of you here now, 9 likes. Hit that like button, guys. Let's get those likes up. And we'll get to Olivia's right after this whole opening spiel is done and Sam is done with his sharing of the video, which he does on the social media platforms such as Facebooks and Twitters and things like that. So yeah, Dan Ben, yeah, last time I never super chatted a lot of Deep Space Nine Dominion battles because they reuse shots.
Some did. I mean, there's really only 3 big battles, and the last one reused the shots. The other ones kind of stick with. They're all kind of specific, which is sad. The last battle of the series is half reuse, but they ran out of money because it was the last episode, and they were like, "Well, we already have this great battle. Who's going to be able to rewatch this in the future? I won't. You won't." It's like, well,
who's going to notice? Nobody.
But certainly when you binge watch, it's like, oh, it's those again. Not a bad thing, but it's not a good thing, right?
Yeah.
How do you feel about reusing in Trek space battle shots?
Well, I mean, the exploding bird of prey from Star Trek 6 was reused how many times? And if it's quite...
Oh, how many times?
I don't know.
Was that used in the TV show?
I don't know. It's been used a lot, though. And yeah, I think it was used in the TV show a few times. But, I mean, when it's something that's that distinctive, like there's a distinct blow-up pattern for that one. Like, don't reuse that. I don't have a problem with some reused shots here and there. But, like, ones that are visually different that kind of stand out is probably not a good idea to reuse. That bird of prey shot is one. Or there's also in the same scene, there's, like, the explosion and then the Klingon, like, kind of getting sucked or blown out. It's always... That's been used a lot in the Dominion War, so... Yeah,
you're never a fan of watching Klingons getting sucked off. It's fair.
That's true.
Into space.
Sure. Blown out.
Well, getting blown and getting sucked, I mean... What's the truth about that? We don't know.
This fucking guy, I tell you.
What? Anyway, so yeah, Battle by a Star is a great one. If you have any other ones, I will include. But so this is very important, guys. Do put the episode show a number in, because I do not have the ability. This has to be a quick fire thing, as in for me to do all this live on the fly.
Yeah.
So you need to give the episode, and ideally where, although for the most part I can work that out. But give me a show and an episode number, and we can get these in straight away. Otherwise, there'll be a slight delay because, of course, this is viewer submitted, and we like the randomness, of course. Oh, I'll do a poll as well.
Go for it. But yes, hit like, guys. 25 of you here, 12 likes. I want to get those likes up to 20. It should be no problem with 25 people here, whether you agree or disagree with what we're talking about. As long as you're part of the discussion and having a good time listening to it, we appreciate you guys. So make sure you hit that like button, because we would hit like for you if we could. Anyway.
Yes, we would. I like that. That's nice. That's very wholesome, Stuart.
All right, let's see. Which show had the best overall CGI space battles? Voyager, DS9, or Enterprise? There you go.
Not Minutia. And do keep in mind before you vote, DS9 had big ones, Voyager had a lot more small ones. So keep that in mind. There's a different sort of, you know.
Well, the answer is clearly Discovery, so.
Clearly. Oh, is this clear Discovery? Oh, I couldn't hard to see. Stuart, Battle of Binary Star. So what did you think of Battle of Binary Star in terms of battle? Because we always look at these things in unique forms. In terms of specifically the battleness.
I don't remember much of it. Like I said, I remember the Europa getting destroyed and, you know, Admiral Anderson dying. It's very sad. But I do remember the warp in of all the ships, and it's like, okay, that's kind of cool. There's some interesting ship designs.
I guess it's worth clarifying briefly. Are we including setup to battles? Because the battle is not them arriving. The battle is the attack bit. Or are we including anything involving the ships? Does that make sense?
I would say anything around the battle itself.
Okay.
So even the build up and
okay, that's fine. Just wanted to clarify
the narrative things. Again, some visually interesting ships, and it's like, ooh, this is a new Star Trek. We're gonna get something really good, and kind of excited at first to see it, and then just our excitement sort of dwindled and went away, and yeah, so if it wasn't for the Klingon ships kind of ruining everything visually, I mean, it would have been a little bit better, I think. But you know, Sarcophagus ship isn't too bad, I guess. I don't know. I don't remember much around this battle. I remember the Europa getting destroyed, getting cleaved by the cleave ship. Just.
And it's funny because unlike every other Trek show ever, we sat at this, we reviewed it, we talked about it, we analysed it, we actually broke it down in a way that we had never done personally before. So you should remember this stuff more than, let's say, a random TNG. Like, theoretically, we never did that for the other ones. So I'm just saying, Yeah. And also, read out some non-super chat. Put some funny comments while I put the next one.
Which funny comments are you talking about specifically?
Oh, yeah, Lippergen.
The Pyridon. Who is the Federation fighting here? Don't recognize the opposing force ships. Yes, true. The Klingorks, as people call them, I guess. Yes.
But it's nice when an industry admits they're wrong, because they've never come back since 2017, so 2018. So, I mean, they admitted they were wrong by never committing to bring them back again. Just saying.
And Dan says, in this battle, I do like when the big Klingon ship fires a green weapon. I think it's a torpedo, and it hits one of the ships.
What a low bar.
Right? I need to go back and watch this because I honestly don't remember much of this battle. I remember the warp in and like all the ships kind of sitting there, getting some pans around some of them. I remember
if you've got the files, go watch it. Go skim.
I guess I could, but then that's rude because people are, you know.
No.
I'll go take a quick look.
Yeah, because I'm putting up Darmok. So guys, put in your next suggestions / insistence. Now, as it's clear from the lineup, we are doing battles, even if it's like a single moment, because you know what? You can do really impressive shots and not have to have a Nemesis-style giant battles. It's very much up to you guys. So I'll Battle of the Binary Star. So Battle of the Binary Star is interesting because they went for something truly stylistic, which is insanely contrasty. Everything's orange because they're near a star. And everything is kind of this. Well, the sound design's horrendous, but it was going super unusual, right? Like entirely a stylistic choice of just being different. But also, they do almost entirely. They do these really cool wides, and then all these close-ups, which you don't really get a sense of the ships because they're so close and so zippy that none of the designs really do anything. They felt like they're doing a thing, even though. Hold on 1 second.
Yeah. Well, going back to Dan's comment, I just watched that scene. It's kind of like not a torpedo necessarily, but at the head of the sarcophagus ship, it kind of does a and then fires. It feels more like a plasma weapon, which is cool, but yeah. There's a lot of that kind of sound effects going on in this battle as well, which is not ideal. Let's be honest. But yeah, I mean, so I don't think it was a torpedo. I think it was a plasma weapon based on what I just saw. And yeah, there's a lot of build up and a lot of cool visuals. Like you see the ships kind of do off the view screen and stuff. So it's actually they tried to do something really good here.
But had it been visible?
Well, there's a lot of
Yep.
And that's kind of one of the things I hated about it, because it shouldn't be those kind of phasers. I wish there were solid phasers, you know?
Yes. So I'm rewatching as well. Like I say, it's unclear, it's blurry, it's poorly lit, it's poorly composed. Individually, they're quite interesting shots, but almost everything about them individually is wrong, as in from a Trek point of view. Which is a problem, right?
Yeah.
But it would be a really interesting battle to sort of rebuild and do it better.
Yeah.
It would be so easy.
Oh no. I'm reliving the Europa being destroyed right now.
Oh, babe.
Oh, poor Admiral Anderson. But yeah, it's kind of neat to see the Europa get destroyed, and then all of a sudden the Plebe ship decloaks as it's like slicing.
Yeah.
I don't know. There are some good visuals for this one.
That's the thing. It's not bad. It's just broken. And that's the interesting thing, right?
Yeah.
Art design. And it's sad if they just had, a pre-Katinga, like a D6, and some Bird of Praise. Same as that battle, but it could be much better. Okay, let's look at the contrast, Stuart, because this is not the worst battle by any means, right? It's silly, but it's not terrible. Instantly, I'm happy to give it a C, because it's got enough cool while build being done.
Yeah. Because, the Ultimate Computer is down there in D.
And that was a lack of variety and lack of shots. They had more shots, more stuff going on. And I think creativity, they're trying. They're just sort of failing. I want to give it a C.
by doing some non-Star Trek things, yeah, I think it. Well, it's the very.
Yeah.
That's just
It was
Discovery.
it was the purest of Discovery because he actually had something to say. This the showrunner. This is what it was meant to look like. Now, had this been with blue phasers as beams, had it been Klingon ships, it was a beautiful location to fight at. Really excellent, right?
Yeah.
Could have been incredible. But yeah, I'm not bitching. I think it's a C.
Yeah. So don't get on our case about hating Discovery, guys. We gave it a fair shake.
We've done some decent battles, in fairness. Maybe not good, but some decent ones.
Let's see. JW 5 pounds. Unification Part 1. Enterprise D. Oh, wait. I missed one.
Yes.
Darmok. Enterprise D versus Temerian Cruiser. Phasers out of the torpedo tube. Yes. That was a visual mistake that was fixed, I believe, for the remaster. So, yeah.
I remember loving this in the sense that you get to see the shuttle do something. And I believe it was the first time they invented the shuttle. So it's really specific. The way they shoot it, when I had us build our R3 replica, this was a really inspiring one because they showed it off a bit. What a weird one to do, but this is what they did it for. So it's really fun in that regard. And there's some really fun angles. Although it's not the same exact shuttle because they do broaden it a little bit later. And I'm rewatching now.
What season is Unification?
This is Darmok.
Oh, Darmok, I mean.
Season 5, episode 2.
Cool.
Really, I believe it's just the shuttle versus the other ship. I don't know if the Darmokian ship actually shoots. Okay, they do, yeah. Okay, so at the end, some great... So same shot, shoots the nacelle. I think that's definitely reused later on, but that's a good shot on the nacelle.
Mm-hmm.
It's so fun to go back compared to what we just rewatched this epic CGI love fest, and it's like, right, we've got 2 miniatures, they can't move, and we can barely move with them. How to make an exciting battle? It's so different to.
Yeah, but it's honestly not that great. Let's be honest.
And there's also a lot of reuse angles here. It's not a complaint per se, but it's not very original. It's just sort of very TNG standard fare, which is not a bad thing, but it's definitely plain. So I'd give this a D straight off the back, 'cause it is plain. It's not bad. I think F we labelled as one shot, and it's shot at the view screen. There's literally nothing there. Obviously, you guys are putting in fun ideas, but I think at least there's something here, but it's certainly on the lowest end of the TNG. By reusing, although it's fine, just...
Yeah, fantastic episode, but the battle doesn't play a big part in it, honestly. So, yeah. Okay, that's fair.
Very cool. Yeah, really broad spectrum.
Up. What's that, sorry?
Yeah, really broad spectrum.
Yes. Next up is JW again. This is the one I was reading beforehand. 5 pounds. Unification Part 1, Enterprise D versus Combat Vessel.
This is the what's it called? Obviously, they're all kit bashers, but the notch guys that take everything too seriously, you don't want to piss around with them. The glowing guys with the glowing spheres around them. Shellyak. It's the not Shellyak ship. It's almost the Shellyak, but not. It's the one of the black ones. But it's this shot, which is actually really great. This is a new angle. I don't remember seeing this before, this lighting, where it shoots and kind of hits the shields. And then you see a really great phaser ring shot from the D3 I don't necessarily recognise. And then they shoot back. Every turbo explosion. I mean, 3 interesting shots, I'll give them that. Oh. What? I mean, it's TNG,
3
mate.
interesting shots, I'll give them that.
Yeah, it's TNG.
Yeah.
But this is a great shot, really good lighting. And this shot of it firing phasers with all stuff in the background. I don't remember this shot, this angle. This feels like new to me. They probably thought we've got some money for Unification. So this feels, yeah. And that lighting's great. I really like that.
Yeah, the lighting is good. Battle, though?
Well, it's definitely better than what we looked at. Like I said, if there's only 3 shots, all 3 are interesting, then...
Okay, Yeah. Okay. Let's see. I would probably put this in probably in C, honestly.
And that's the thing. We can't just judge it as it was good for the time when there's dozens of better ones, right? So I would say it's a much better C, but despite my positive, this is still a C because it's still not very impressive, but it's good for them.
Yeah, exactly.
So I might later believe I was going to give higher, but no, it still gets a C.
Yeah.
Still gets a C.
No, I think that's absolutely fair. All right. Next up, classic for real, $10. Oh, thank you. The Battle of the Omega Segata system between the Medina Coalition, the ships Erstwhile, and the Enterprise D. Sam, if you still can't find what episode, just look it up on freaking Memory Alpha already.
So according to the research I've done in those few seconds in between, it's the Outrageous O'Connor, which I'm scrolling, I can't see a battle in. So I don't know if battle is a slight exaggeration there. But I do not see a battle in Outrageous O'Connor. There's a standoff, but standoff is not a battle.
Yeah, I don't remember one.
Unless you mean a thematic... Okay, this is a thematic battle between the two houses. I mean, he might mean that. I mean, it is a battle and in space. So as far as I'm concerned, without being specific in the episode, that might be what he means, right? Who's to say? So there you go. So what do you think of the Outrageous O'Connor spaced battle between the two parents of houses long and gone and all that jazz?
It's F.
It's F.
It's F.
Oh, not enough phases for you?
Well, yeah.
You think you need at least one phaser to give it higher than F then, yeah? At least one?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, they might have some harsh words said. That's close, right?
Yep. F is fair, I think.
I think F is fair for... close, though. Thematically, it's probably a better battle.
Maybe he wants it bumped up with the other $5 he put in there.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, he probably would expect it to be somewhat low, so that might be fair.
He didn't clarify.
He didn't. He's welcome to.
Classic for real says, bruh, yes. They call it a space battle, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, I got it right. I got his joke. Happy with that.
JW again with £5. Parallels. Enterprise D versus Cardassian Galore. Worf can't use the console.
Now, was that just a view screenshot, or was that more? Let's find out.
Trying to remember.
It's when they, obviously, they're at the very flat station, and then he shifts realities, and then suddenly they're being attacked by Cardassians. It's one of those, oops, we did some worse things. And I believe, yeah, he doesn't know how to fire the torpedoes because and then I think Riker, I remember him scrolling. I think Riker has to jump over. Yeah, Riker has to jump over.
Oh, yeah, I remember that, yeah.
Okay, so you've got basically two shots. You've got the Enterprise D firing. A very nice close-up. And a very, 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 very far away shot of a Galore. I don't understand why this is incredibly far away. And then it doesn't go so well for the Cardassians. So you've got this, classic great torpedo shot. And that's how far the Cardies are away. Which, it's not good framing, guys. Do better with your framing.
So it's an F, then.
Yeah. I be not impressed. And again, no one said Nemesis. People like to have fun. Also, Strange New Worlds. Oh yeah, that one with the shepherd ship. I know you like that one.
Good Shepherd.
Yes.
Something like that. I don't remember, but okay. I'm sure I remember it. Anyway, it's fine. Yes. All right. What is next? I don't even know. Hit like. That's what's next. 37 of you here, which is great. 22 likes, which is okay. Let's get those likes up to 30, though. Go vote on the poll as well if you haven't already. We currently have 42 votes, which is great. But which show had the best overall CGI space battles? Voyager, DS9, or Enterprise? Right now, DS9 is leading the back. So, all right. Fearless Wolf is next with 2 pounds. Battle between coffee and Earl Grey. Funny.
That's a good question, Stuart. Where do you end on this?
Oh, I think coffee would definitely beat out Earl Grey. Coffee is more aggressive. It's Janeway. If she doesn't have her coffee, she's pissed. You know, if Picard doesn't get his Earl Grey, he's just mildly irritated, but he's not going to get aggressive about it. But you take away Janeway's coffee for like a couple days and see how well you do. I think you're in trouble.
Well, and also coffee is naturally forming in nebulas, whereas tea you have to make, so it has the bump there. So I mean, you know, if we're going by the seriousness of the situation, then it is a classic. But I think it should get an A because it's not just coffee versus tea; it's that specific brand of coffee and tea. So I think A is fine.
So you're putting that as an A?
Like I said, it's a pretty epic battle, and probably 1 billion people, maybe if not 2 billion people, can relate to this. You know.
Okay. A it is for now. Yep. Olivia Julius, $5. Star Trek Discovery, Season 1, Episode 4, Battle of Corvan 2. Discovery's first successful jump defeating a Klingon ship. Okay, so this is where the Klingons are doing their thing, attacking, and we get, yes. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. There are some good visuals here that I do appreciate, honestly. This is where they're jumping a number of times while the Klingons are attacking the ground.
The ground, yes. This is not attacking the other Shepard class one. This is just this engagement. They pretty much go in, fire torpedoes, jump out, and destroy bird of prey. This is the simple one. They do the more complicated one later.
Okay, well, this is pretty good though. This is an interesting new thing, and actually pretty good visuals in this one. I'll give it pretty high marks, honestly. At least for creativity.
Yeah, it's dark as sin.
Of course it is.
And blurry as sin. So it definitely suffers from discovery-itis. And of course the birds of prey are horrendous beyond belief. But, I mean, idea-wise, it's great. But also, when you make a god ship, it's like, oh, you'd be god shipping all over the place. Because this changes everything, right? You can never come back from this, because you could warp into any place, any time, do anything, and shoot torpedoes. And because if you can get a ship before they raise their shields, you'll win even more, right? And there's probably 2 battles in this episode. I guess we'll include everything.
I think there is. I think this is
is
the one I'm...
Oh, is that meant to be a... Okay, so I'm obviously watching. So there's a really good zoom into the bridge, which is... Although the focal length is totally wrong for the zoom in, but it's okay. God, it's so dark. My God. I mean, it also makes Picard look bright.
Jesus Christ, that's funny.
Oh my God. And they're trying to make it look interesting. It's so funny. They're like sort of engaged in the scene, but they're also like there. And Tara Gray's like, no, stop using me. Use your albino guy instead.
Use your albino guy instead. Jesus Christ.
I mean, the first bit's great, but it's so boring after this. Discovery's just sitting, taking shots. I can't remember why. And everything's horribly lit. I mean, this is awful.
Yeah, this is where they draw all the birds of prey in close.
I'm gonna do one zip and I think. It's meant to make you think he's strategic, but really it just kind of... Oh, they leave torpedoes. And they fireball without shields? Why would fireballs destroy 3 birds of prey that are warships without shields? Or with shields? No, I'm getting a D for this because it's thematically boring when I just watched it. I think it fails to achieve what it's trying to do. Well, it could have been amazing. I think this could have been an amazing sequence, but it lets itself down by not being an amazing sequence.
It's very pretty. Like, and I like the idea. I like the concept of drawing them in and then releasing those things to explode and take out a bunch of ships at once.
Yes.
You want to give it a D?
Because I think it fails to do what it's trying to do, which is a problem, because they had unlimited money, unlimited characters, and unlimited everything to achieve something amazing, and it's only okay, and therefore lower.
Okay, I that one I have to disagree on. I'd say it's a C at least.
Okay, hey guys, let us know if you can remember. You know, I can see why it could be a C, but I think, like I said, on its metrics.
And
Guys,
we can't
let us know.
show you guys, unfortunately. So if you're able to watch it real quick, let us know. B, C or D for this one.
We love you,
Sorry,
classic.
this is one I remember from Discovery, and so that's an important metric for me because
Yes, no, fair.
a lot of shit I'm like, I don't know.
Uh-huh.
So
Yeah.
as a result, I enjoyed this one. It was a good Lorca maneuver. I loved how he was like, wait, bring him in, closer. Everybody's like freaking out. He's like, now.
Yeah, I remember it being more about the planet, but I guess that was just to jump in and then the space thing. Don't know. I'm interested in what you guys think, because Alex, there are better Discovery battles.
Are there?
Yes. Yes. I mean, yes, there must be. I mean, this is a good one as a book
Name
ship.
5.
Well, better than this. I mean, oh, okay. The part of the control battle when the Klingons warp in, that from that point onward, it's quite cool. It's not just pew pew in space. That's quite a good part of the battle. Oh, don't put me on the spot, Stuart. For Discovery.
All right, you know what? I'll just agree to your D then, even though we got a C and a D.
Contrast, as in.
I want to give them a fair shake, and I thought that was a really good, interesting idea and battle, and I enjoyed it and I remembered it, and that's important.
You know what, Stuart? Put it between. And if no, seriously, if someone wants to move it, they're welcome to. We can agree as like a in between.
Okay, we'll dip it down between the two then, right there.
There you go.
It's awful, but that's okay. All right.
Like the battle.
Classic for real, $5. Bump up Fearless Wolf submission. All right, so the coffee battle goes up to S.
Do you see why I put it at A?
I figured. That's why I said for now.
We love you guys. We have fun. Yes. Oh, sure, but you crazy mother effer. Still $2. It used to be $5 though. But that's a really fun submission if you can bump that up.
Schmo buddy.
Yes. Yes, 5 minimum. Okay, let me find the other silly one. But yes, we got another serious one.
All right. Jamie Somerville, £5. First battle with the Borg from Who when the Enterprise gets a hole sliced out of it. Live long and prosper.
Yeah, this is a great track. I think the entire episode's kind of battles. I'm happy to include the whole episode. Because one giant battle, right?
Getting chased, picking away at the cube with photon torpedoes, and having it just repair itself. Yep. I remember the terror. It's like, oh my god, seriously? How are we going to defeat this thing? And yeah, to
sleep
see
is the answer. Needs a good rest.
Yes. Yeah. And to see it get sliced up and just like a whole section come out with the different decks is very impressive.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, it'll be high in my listing, honestly. Definitely introduced a new threat, which at the time seemed, unbeatable. And it was terrifying. Plus some really good visuals. Like I said, cutting out that section of the saucer, seeing the little table and the chair, and it was neat. It was neat.
So yeah, this, as we said a bit earlier, we are judging also overall Trek battles. So story-wise, thematically, that factors, but not fully. This I like for several reasons. This was the thing. The money was spent on the special effects a lot for this episode. So they did custom stuff that's really unusual. They did the slicing shot, which is an incredible shot with so much effort went into that for them. That is truly a hero shot that is on like DVDs as being like a look at what we did, right? It's a moment as well as a really expensive and clever shot. Blowing up the Borg cube, that's a really hard shot to do, actually having destructible damage and multiple sets. having that iconic at warp. Have we ever had a shooting at warp sequence before that? I don't know if we had. So it was like, we're so screwed, we can't even wait to drop out of warp. We've got to fight in warp, and that all we have torpedoes, and there's a great close-up. Don't know if it was the first time we used the close with the torpedo launcher, but to see the model again in that detail, it holds up.
It was the first time, yeah.
And that's a lot of effort to put in. So for the money they put in, this feels giant, even if it really is just go forward, go backwards, shoot. There's not a lot in it, but I think there's a lot of good stuff in this, thematically.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm comparing it in my mind to the last one in A, which is Star Trek 6, which is better lit. And I think some of the angles are better. But there's less custom stuff, but I think those two things are better than this. But this has more...
Also way bigger stakes. Unknown adversary, just cutting your ship to pieces.
No, that one thing is amazing. Okay,
So-
okay, I'll go A. I'll agree A. If you're going A.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
An argument could be made for S for this one, but I'm not going to make it. I think A is fine.
There are better battles. That's the thing, right?
Yeah. All right. Classic for real, $15. Jeez, bump up the outrageous Icona. Hey, viewer's choice and viewer's money. See, kids, being an adult with a job can be awesome. Thanks a bunch, Sam and Stewart, as always, and I'd super chat any. Oh, thanks, man.
So make these lives a lot more for us. Thank you.
Goes up 3. So 1, 2, 3. It's up to B now.
Just as everyone intended.
I mean, it's Romeo and Juliet drama.
I agree. Great.
Cool. Classic for real, $5. The final battle between Cisco and Ducat in the fire caves. Ah, yes, the prophets versus the Paw Wraiths, essentially. I mean, biblically epic, I guess, in the realm of religious stuff for Bajor, but honestly, kind of underwhelming. I do love, though, that Avery Brooks actually punched Mark or Ducat, whatever his name is.
Mark Lehman.
On set, though.
Oh.
And he had to go to the hospital. Cisco actually clocked him.
Is that the tape we got?
Yeah, it is.
Well, damn.
If you watch What We Left Behind, they talk about that, and it's pretty funny. So
we haven't ever.
But anyway, yeah, I think it's kind of underwhelming in a way. Plus, it's kind of a stupid way to end. There's so many other better endings that happened before this in that episode. I just hated
and after.
This.
There were so many three endings.
Yeah, but I mean, the Cisco sacrificing himself to, I don't know. It's okay. It's pretty epic character ending, I guess, but I have issues with it.
Yeah, I've never liked this scene. I never will. Never forgiven it for the death of my Ducat.
Or your Cisco.
Yeah. I mean, the last episode is super both overrated, underrated, and just rated poorly. I think it could have been a lot better. There are too many things to do. It was super unfocused. And this is not a particularly interesting finale for me. And he abandons his kid. Well, it's kids.
Kids.
I mean, I'm going to give this a D because I just don't care that much and doesn't work for me particularly. But it's not an F because it's a very impressive CGI for the time.
D it is.
Sorry. But also not sorry.
Hashtag sorry, not sorry. It's fair.
I mean, what a weird plot to make him Marcolemo human Bajoran for a bit. I mean, I guess we're like, he doesn't want to be the makeup for another 9 months. It's like, okay.
Well, he's still got to do some makeup.
Yeah, a lot less. Anyway.
That's fine. Yeah. Schmo Body goes in $2 or $2. JTFX Battle of Wolf 359. Yeah, it's fans, Stewie.
And I said if you want to put another 3 to get to the 5, we'll do that because it's a really good battle. But
yeah.
Yes.
JW £5. Peak Performance. Enterprise versus the Hathaway War Games with Romulan sensor trick plus Ferengi attack. Why wasn't the war game done on the holodeck for safety? Because real world applications, real world training, it's fine. I have no issues with it not being in the holodeck.
I mean, I feel like it's a bad precedent if you just say, oh, everything will be in the holodeck, because then the computer is determining your fate. You're hoping the computer's working, you're hoping the computer understands, you're hoping the practicalities. You know, doing it for real means you can see. Although I guess you say that, but of course this was the computer was registering how much damage, so it wasn't really them doing that, it was the computer, but blah 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 blah.
Yeah, but it's still like Riker's team had to get the Hathaway up and running and repair systems.
Yes, they did.
So, yeah. Pretty interesting war games. Some clever stuff going on as far as tactics and stuff, and getting to see the bridge of the Constellation class is cool.
And engine room.
Movie era stuff. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, really cool.
Yeah, so this gets bonus marks for some cool ideas and stuff, 100%.
And this was also one that Arve and Matt Boardman worked on, because they had lost a lot of not they, it wasn't Matt's fault. The team, the CBS team, lost a lot of the Hathaway footage. They had to do a lot of CGI replacements.
Oh, wow.
Which I didn't know. But now you know.
I know, we know.
I mean, this shot is iconic, because this is a really cool shot for the time. And the Romulan flying is gorgeous. I just really looked at that. Probably reused, but I don't know. Oh, I mean, it's such an iconic ship, and the way the interactive lighting hits the hull. Well, it's funny, the lighting's not very good. Like, it's so flat and dull, but because it's real miniatures, it looks real. Like, good real, but not like sexy real.
I want to give this a C, because I remember watching this even just when we rewatched it not that long ago to do our review, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is War Games one. This will be cool. And I remember being a little disappointed with the lack of actual really cool footage, even though there's some great tactics and there's a lot of stuff you hear them say that you never really see the ships do. It's implied, of course, that the ships did it, but so it's a little bit lackluster. I don't know. That's my take on it. So C is my choice.
So I obviously rewatched. I think every shot is great and creative, and like I said, that this shot, the Romulan one, the Ferengi coming in, because I know all these one-off shots, really expensive to make, and they're all really well done. So I want to give them credit for that. Now, if we're including the setup, which we did for Binary Star, that's all excellent in this. Like some of the best of its kind. I mean, how many other of this kind are there? But neither here nor there. And I thought you get the full bridge is cool, because how many battles of these we actually see to both bridges' perspectives? That's not ever seen, really.
True.
I mean, I'm tempted to dip into B for all the extra context and all the fun, given that the Romulan was a hologram, I guess, on the sensors already there. And
see, I was gonna say B, but then I was looking at what else was in B. And I mean, that Regis Acuna, I mean, it's just far superior to this. So, you know, it's got to be one tier higher, obviously. But the Star Trek 3 kind of standoff and tension with that, and the end result of the Enterprise getting destroyed, I don't know if it balances out. That's why I bumped it down to C.
Yeah, I think I'm judging it also based on what they could do at the time. This is really good for the time, but yeah, if you look at overall, okay, very high C, but it certainly beats out everything in C?
I'm willing to put it at a B, because that was my initial thought.
But you're right, I mean, everything in B is significantly better. Like, not just close, but significantly better.
Yeah.
I mean, it literally is right in the middle, honestly.
Alright. Put it at C for now.
I think it's safe to put it as a very high C. Yeah. Which unfortunately means how many of the TNG episodes are going to get higher, because are they all TNG currently? And Discovery. I mean, are we saying TNG can't go above? Okay, except BQ who? Are they so limited they can't go higher? Maybe. That's interesting. We are learning something.
All right.
Interesting, guys. Love it.
Libby, Julius, $10. Battle of the Julius and the Fleet Paws. The Fleet Paws invaded our space, tried to eat our food, so we went to them.
Target
It was an epic fight, and the Julius won. Julius's won. There's only a few fleet pods left.
I mean, how do you get higher than a double A? You know, how is that possible?
And there's the picture for it. It's great.
Oh wow, yeah. I mean, the effects on the battle will really stand out.
Okay. Well, yeah. I rate that battle. I rate that battle an S plus.
Yes, it's so high, Stuart. It's above the chart. Therefore, it's right there.
In the Trekyards realm, which
Like
is above the chart.
my hands are above the screen, right? Oh, no, it's your hands. Sorry, I'm in your box. Stuart, put it up there, where they can't see. It's up there. There you go. See, above the screen. Perfect.
All right. Classic for real $5. The very, very final, once and for all battle between the Borg and the Enterprise D in the very last episode of Picard. Dun, 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 dun. Epic. I mean, the Enterprise came back the very next day. Cat came back the very next day. You don't know that song?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. I don't know. Now, does this include the trench run?
We've already looked at the trench run because that was the bit they asked for. So this is including everything else. Because they were kind of, I remember last time it was the trench run. So this is including the blow up, including the going through the ship, and including the beam in roller coaster ride segment.
Pretty epic, if you ask me.
Well, no,
a little bit unrealistic. They did though, because they're talking, they're watching. Pretty epic on a grand scale. A little bit to the point where it's a little bit ridiculous at times, but hey, I mean, you got to play to your demographic, and these kids these days, they need action and they need all the excitement, and, you know.
Yes, because kids are watching the 80-year-old actors.
Yeah.
This is definitely made for them, the kids.
It's not how we would have done it in our day. We would have had Blackluster C at most, because that's all we could afford visually effects-wise. I don't know if this is S-worthy at all.
Oh, no. No.
But
I mean, it's also very few shots, relatively, and the fact that everything inside the cube looks silly. It's cool, but looks silly, and that's an important thing. You have to suspend disbelief of this ship can do this. I say that, of course, in Generations, a ship can do like this. Fine. But it feels silly what the ship does. It feels very much unhinged from reality, just having fun. Which is fine. Like, you could argue that maybe Geordi improved the impulse engines radically.
Yep.
But just like last time, Stuart, with just the exclusive Beverly bit, I still want to give it a B. I think it's visually epic, but I wish it had been done more in the Voyager style, with the Voyager green cube. Those scale of ship. Like, having it be a mega cube makes sense, but had it been the same style of cube as Best of Both Worlds with the same scale, it would have probably felt more grounded. Like, with fighting the original cube again, that's a bit more of a fun. Yeah.
So you want to give it a B?
Yeah, I like. Yeah, both the trench run and the whole thing. I think both, for me personally, get a B.
I'm sorry, Terry Metalis. I think you should block Sam on Twitter now for being not nice. I would have given it at least an A, but I mean,
really? Okay.
Yeah, I think it's pretty fun.
Well, it's fun, but there's a lot of better battles, is what I'm kind of.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, everything in A is better by a mile or a substantial margin.
So Dave Blass and Terry Metalis, who are watching right now, I'm so sorry, guys.
Hi, we love you.
I love you more, apparently, than he does. So.
I mean, in fairness, they didn't make the battle.
Sure.
The teams did!
All right. Classic for real throws in $3 and says bump up Schmobody's choice.
Yes. So the fan animation. So you might have to Google that, Stuart. I've seen it before, though.
I have seen it as well.
I mean, this is an S. I mean,
yes.
Kudos to the guy. This is super impressive. This is budget and time no issue, because it's some lunatic like me did it in his spare time. The fact that the motherfucker went ahead and just kit bashed new TNG designs that should be there, absolutely incredible. It's everything you'd want, honestly.
This is how the fans would do it if they could, if they were in charge.
Yeah. Yeah, he kitchen sinked it.
So it's an S.
Yeah, it's absolutely fantastic.
I totally agree.
But just like if you had, just like if you do like a Trek Shorts battle, like, you know, I've got so many big battles that it's like, yeah, we've got lots of, you know, lots of shots and stuff. It's like, yeah, well, you know, we can do that.
Perfect. Classic for real,
Do go watch it,
$20.
guys. Do you want to read out what it's called again? The battles, people can go Google it if you haven't seen it.
Battle of Wolf 359, isn't it?
Yes, but it's called specifically. Where's this?
Just Schmobuddy. JTV FX Battle of Wolf 359.
Yes, go look at that because it's excellent.
It's excellent.
Mm-hmm.
All right, classic for real, $20.
We love you.
Bump both Outrageous O'Connor and the Cisco Decode battle today. Oh.
Makes sense, yeah. Yeah, for sure.
Choose. So 5, 10, 15. Yep, and then, yep, that works out. You did math properly. Good, sir.
I mean, we do often say our audience is the smartest audience on YouTube.
We've never said that.
Although now they can clip that, can't they? I guess.
They're the most handsome and prettiest as well.
They're the most wonderful on YouTube. There you go. I always like that in Reddit media where they say something, they do this, just they don't.
Yeah.
It's coming on the 14th of July. That's actually good at doing it. Yes. And again, no nemesis. We're now like 3 hours into this concept of no nemesis. They want to do the easy ones.
Gestrel, 1980, $10.
We love you guys.
Defiant rescue of Cardassian Council in Way of the Warrior with the deflector use on Klingon targeting and use of a blade of armor, not a blade of armor, to beam them out with the shields down.
And Dan points out it's already an A. So that is our first A. But you can keep it up, we'll discuss it again for a second. So therefore he's asked in the chat to put up to an S.
Yeah.
No, this is great. I mean, the scale, of course, of this shot is so broken, it's horrendous. And it hurts me.
Yes.
But it's a really good battle. It's definitely them showing off, and it shows how much easier miniatures have become, how efficient. There's so many miniature shots. There's a really cool tumbling bird of prey shot, which is crazy because whatever. Yeah, the blade of hull armor is super fun. You know, what does that do exactly? It's designed to protect, but it cracks. That was like their one use case. They used it. It's cracked. It won't protect again, but it got them through. Fantastic. It would have been fun to see it in scale.
Yep.
Because the glitch would have changed every part of the battle visually if it had been in scale.
There you go. So I guess it's the first one an A, you said?
Yeah, it's our first one. I think. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Should I just put this new image in S?
No,
instead?
move the A to S because then we get the space back.
Fine. Get rid of that new image, which is better, but whatever.
Thank you for your love and support. Appreciate it.
Yes. The most epically awesome community on YouTube.
I disagree. What? No, it's not in with the good stuff. Jesus, Stuart.
All right. Well, hit like if you haven't already. 31 likes, which is great. And also make sure that you go and vote on the poll. We have 59 votes right now, which is pretty good. Only 15 people here, though. So that's pretty damn good. Which show had the best overall CGI space battles? Should we should end this poll? I think, yeah. Well, the winner is Deep Space Nine with 59%.
Okay.
Second place is Enterprise with 22%.
Wow.
Voyager comes in at 19.
Okay.
Yep.
Interesting. I mean, yeah. It's just there are so many battles in Voyager that are great.
Yes,
But
this
fair
is true.
enough. But fair enough. Okay, guys, we've caught up with the chat, so anyone want to throw in for a new one? We've got a lot of Voyager battles left. We've got a lot of Enterprise battles. And in fact,
We got some Kelvin battles left.
ooh! That is super true. Yeah. I mean, you could even put in fan films like Renegades of Gods and Men. I mean, someone put in a fan one, so, you know. I'm not saying you should put in a Trek Shorts battle, but you could. I don't know what battle I would give. Anyway, yeah. Suggest. Or when I made a series battle, I was back on my folder structure. Okay, I'm gonna throw in a funny one. I say funny. While you guys have us or decide the next one you want to look at. Because this one always made me slightly be bemused.
Bemused?
Bemused a triangle.
Exactly what I was thinking.
Really?
No.
Oh.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so I'm going to submit, Stuart. $0 super chat to us.
Okay.
But that counts because I'm me. I'm doing the very first DS9 battle. When they fire their 6 photon torpedoes against the 3 Cardassian ships. It's all they have. Which I actually forgot were from the turrets. Which I forgot were turrets, but they're from the top. They're from the tip of the turrets before the sides became torpedo launchers. And it's like, we're going to bluff by using all of our leftover torpedoes. Haha.
D.
Ooh. Okay. But they do end up shooting back, though. All of them. And they hit the shields, and it's
They do.
a lot of this on the models. It's like,
Yeah.
wow, we're under attack.
Yes.
Can you tell?
Yep.
I mean, there's actually quite a lot of shots here. I'm scrolling. There's actually... Ooh, and it fires phases. No, there's actually quite a lot here. So it's always made me laugh. The reason I put it in is because no one moves. It's static McStatic the battle. It's like they're trying so hard, but no one's moving. And it feels very undynamic. But of course, fully weapons are forward facing. You don't want to move, right?
All right, C.
Yeah, I think actually some kind of fun shots in this. And I just like the fact they fire all of their torpedoes. It makes me laugh.
Fire everything.
We're out. What? Yes. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. Okay, and I see the next one, so let me find... Okay, I've got a funny one.
I want to pick the next one. You pick
Oh,
this
sorry.
one.
Okay, yeah. I'm going to move something briefly. You have a little...
Bruh.
So do one thing.
Okay. Gastrel 1980 throws in $5. You all pick one. We trust the experts. Here's my submission. Star Trek Generations. Boom, baby. Let's destroy the Enterprise D. With a good schmack to the ass. Let's get through those shields and have a warp core breach. Coolant leak. Coolant leak is like the Enterprise or the Galaxy class is like Achilles heel.
Achilles leak.
Yeah, not much of a battle. There's a few phaser shots here and there. The Enterprise does a thing, and then it gets and then it's cool. It's separation, all that stuff. The crash landing. There's a lot of cool stuff there. It's pretty good. I'm just saying. That's my choice.
It's one of the few times we lose.
We lose?
We fly now. What? Yeah, and having recreated every single one of these space shots for my fan film, Fallen Heroes, I know them all quite well because I remade them all, and they suck, some of them. This shot in particular is really difficult because you can't... So, okay, this might sound redundant, but these aren't spaceships moving, they're 2 miniatures. And so when I tried to match move it manually based on 3D camera, I was like, No, it didn't work. So I had to keep the Enterprise D still and move the camera only, because that's really what it did. Only by doing only one set of movement, I could get close, because it's not actually moving, right? Which is a very interesting thing to do. I mean, it's a very unique battle, of course. Super unique. Through shields, that's got to be under 10 episodes that happens. If you include, as you should, they weren't just hit 6 times, they hit 26 times by all the internal. Because if there's no shields, every single hit is causing damage. So every hit you're seeing, and there's lots, that's actually the battle, right? But of course, Stuart, why exactly don't they fire a torpedo right away, or keep firing in the start of the battle, after that initial phaser blast?
Don't know.
Because it doesn't matter if the Burrell has shields, you keep pummeling it, it'll go down. It's not powerful enough against the normal weapons. So they could have disabled their disruptors by just shooting back. But they willingly let themselves get hit again and again and again, and probably killing people aboard. Like, just shoot some weapons at the Burrell and hope to take them out. Because you can just hit the wings, right? You won't kill any officers if you hit the wings. It's fine. I never got that. They definitely let the ship get destroyed rather than killing a few Klingons. And you know what they do? They murder all the Klingons in cold blood without shields. Shoot them for stuff. Anyway, whatever. But the turn phase beam shot is excellent. Really fun. The shield impact's beautiful. I remember that.
This was also the same explosion from Star Trek 6.
Yes.
For the bird of prey.
I would say gut reaction, this is a B, because the Enterprise D shots are so damn graceful and well executed that the cinematography, while still being models, is on a really lovely high end of proper cinematography. So it looks really nice and it has a more fluid motion than, say, the Enterprise refit with a lot less motion. And a few shots are really stand out. So I would say a low B, because I think it does have a beauty to it that's nice. That's my gut.
No, that's fine. Dan Ben, hasn't the Klingon bird of prey adjusted its shields to the frequency of the Enterprise weapons? No, because that'd be an incredibly stupid idea, because then all the weapons would go through your shields.
Yes.
They adapted their weapons to go through the Enterprise D shields.
Yes. It's the reverse of what you just said, as in
Yes.
Dan. Yes.
Let's modulate our shields to be the same frequency as their weapons. That sounds like a great idea. That's a great plan. Not so much.
Which, of course, is ironic, because for their clever strategy to work, they have to keep remodulating based on the shields. So I don't know how they... Because, Worf would try to change modulation. But he doesn't. I mean, he does, but they only get so much telemetry.
Yeah.
There is some mild inconsistency with this battle, let's be honest. But there's a problem. They know they want to kill Enterprise, and it's the hero. You're like, right, we got to kill her. Does it make sense? Does it not make sense? Yes, but does it make sense? It does not make sense. Yeah, well, thanks, guys.
Yep. All right. Next up, we got Classic for Real with $5. That's freaky. The battle between two Starfleet officers and friends, Commander Sisko and Captain Bud. I mean, Commander Cockings and Captain Foley. Over best battle.
I mean, we're a little bit more disagreeing today.
Sure. I'm trying to think what our best battle actually was over these 10 years.
That's not a good thing to recount.
Do you know what it is? Do you have an answer?
I don't want to think about it.
I don't know, we never really...
We're both averse to conflict people.
Generally speaking, yes.
Oh, indeed. But this this live, I'd give a solid B. We've had some very, very good lives.
Yes.
Excellent.
B it is.
B for barricade.
A lot of B's. We're right there with Terry Metalis.
You're welcome, Terry. You're welcome.
We're just as good as what you can do.
You're welcome, Terry. You're welcome.
We love you, Terry.
You're welcome, Terry. You're welcome. Now go make Star Trek 12, 18. What's Star Trek one?
Go make Star Trek Vision.
I mean, I guess he could hire the entire TNG cast again, couldn't he? Imagine if they all show up in that show. Oh, that'd be great. Yeah, make them all Marvel canon. Wait, hold on. He could hire Patrick Stewart as Patrick Stewart.
Professor X.
Yeah. Imagine hiring Patrick Stewart to reprise as Patrick Stewart playing Jean-Luc Picard inside his new Vision show, and make Star Trek and his own show canon inside Marvel. He could do that. He could do it.
Should do that.
I mean, yeah. Or you could put... God, imagine you put Picard Season 3 inside Vision Season 1. Like, everyone's watching it. He could do it. He's crazy. He's crazy.
Excellent.
Alright, so I will find the silly one that I had in mind.
Yeah, you do that.
It's not, I mean, silly is a relative word, right? There is battling to it. And they are in space in an abstract phrase. You know, there is space around them. That's what mostly. Just got to find the still. And again, still no nemesis. No nemesis.
Yeah, I'm curious now as to what you're gonna do.
Yes. One of our particular people, not necessarily in this chat, but in the general chat, will be very fond of my selection here. Okay, because it's there we go. Trying to get there we go. All right.
And yes, Vision show, Dan. Terry Matalas is the showrunner for the new Disney Marvel show about Vision.
Mm-hmm. All right, my selection is the battle between the Dreadnought AI construct and the Protostar in the first episode of Prodigy, where he becomes Death incarnate with his giant laser beam arms, which he uses twice. And you know what? They are in space in an asteroid. He could be classed as a spaceship because he takes Essentia away, and they're fighting the Protostar, which does also shoot debris. So his weapons on both sides and his robot death machine. There you go. Your thoughts?
There's more to this battle than meets the eye. Bringing Transformers into Star Trek. Hell yeah.
I mean, it's actually a pretty good battle if you think about how... Modal does fight him on the hull. That's still a battle between... I'm just saying.
Yes. Yeah.
It's a weird subset, but it should count in some form. It's a pretty good battle, let's be honest. There's good cinematography. There's good stakes. I quite like it.
I do too. Okay, yeah. Sure.
Surprise!
No, it's fine.
I mean, I think it should get a C. I think this is actually, for what it is trying to do, it's quite a good battle. I mean, it's definitely memorable. Look at Trek canon. How many times does a robot fire lasers at a ship inside of a... You know? By that very specific logic, I give it a C.
Cool.
And there's way more than two shots.
I will not disagree, because I don't want to. It's Prodigy. It should be on the board. There's a Prodigy on there, isn't there? Don't we have the battle from the...
No.
Well, we should.
I mean, that's not up to us, is it?
I thought we added that one. The battle from
No,
the
that was
end
best
of the-
episodes again. I use that still.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
Bruh. No,
Uh-huh.
that deserves to be here.
Uh-huh. Guys, this is the challenge. We want to see that up here. That's a really good battle.
All right. Well, Gastro 1980, $5 in Voyager episode, The Prophecy, when the Klingons attack Voyager and recloak.
Yeah, I had to find that. That was a hard one to find a screen cap for. It's so intercutty.
And they're cloaked.
So this is the, I think, kind of famous, actually D7 versus Voyager in the Delta Quadrant battle.
Oh, Katinga.
Well, they call it a D7.
Do they?
Mm-hmm. Yep, actually a D7. Yeah, I know. That's why the cloak's so old. It's that old.
It's not much of a battle, though. Really. But it's a great visual. That's fantastic. Let's be honest.
And this is the Katinga they use in Enterprise. 2 quadrants.
Oh, Okay, well,
Stuart, you can go rewatch it. It's better. It's cooler than you remember.
okay, which season is it?
Oh God, it is. It's a search. It's pretty late. It is season 7, episode 14. Goodness.
Oh, that is very late.
Wow.
Prophecy. There she be.
It's the first scene. It's such a great cold open. You'd never see this coming. It's like, what? Olivia, that's a Connor again. Which we already did, and we couldn't find a battle in it, so you might wanna. I can't see our battle.
D7 class cruiser, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it obviously is
retired decades ago.
Which is, really decades. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
It's pretty good. It's very different.
Even detecting the vessel and yeah.
I think it's a really good battle.
Yeah. Okay. Let's see.
I mean, B's being generous, but it is very cool. And the fact that it also fully canonizes there are these Klingons in TOS era.
Yeah.
So it has some thematic fun as well.
Plus, just the shock value of what? It's a Klingon D7? That's Voyager? In the Delta quadrants?
And they're shooting at us? The hell? And it's like they pose 1% threat. Like, Tuvok, are we fine? 100%. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I think, let's give this a gentle B. A very low B. I think it's cool enough. It's so untalked about, but I want to give it a B.
Just for this visual alone, that's great.
Yeah. And the fact they, because we never really see ships do the old cloak in, cloak out trick to do it. And it's an effective idea, right?
Yep. Cool. All right. What is next? We got Olivia with $5. It's time for the what the fuck why suggestion. TNG Season 2, Episode 4, Sir. They're firing lasers at us.
And we already gave that an A.
That's McDuff. Yeah.
No, that's not. What? No, that's not.
Isn't that the...
I mean, that sounds the right dialogue, but that's the Connor episode you just put in. Again. Did you mean the one that Stuart said is much better one to talk about?
Well, Season 2, Episode 4, what is that one? I'll say Regis O'Connor.
Yeah. Yep.
The McDuff battle's on there, I'm pretty sure, anyway. Already.
Maybe.
Yeah, it's
D. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, either one. Olivia, $5. The battle. Cap said from Prodigy. The construct battle.
What?
What the hell happened here? There we go.
Wesley, I've no idea what about. Do you know what Wesley's on about, Stuart?
Hi guys, just wondering what was the deal with the model makers going out to his shed and sledgehammering the original Robin and Bird from start. That's not a thing. Nobody knows what happened to that model. It went missing. So you must have heard a story that I've never heard that. Heard rumors that it was water damaged. Rumors that it just went missing. They have literally no idea where it is, which is great because that's the same thing happened with the the 3-foot Enterprise, which was recently recovered. So I would love for the original Romulan bird of prey to show up somewhere.
Yeah.
I've never heard of it being sledgehammered, though.
Breaking news, everybody! Maybe.
Surprise! Oh.
And you thought all surprises were good.
Yeah.
Alright, so I think Olivia deserves 2 because she did the one that we already talked about. And I think I want to clarify as being 2. So if you want to reiterate what she put towards.
Oh, the Regis Okuna and the Battle of the Construct is essentially in Prodigy.
So I want to split this up into 2 because there's the first battle of Starfleet versus Protostar, and there's a second battle which is everyone versus everyone. Like, they're not the same battle, really, right? And they're both doing different things. And Olivia put in 2. One was clearly not the right episode. So let's do it as 2 halves, because they are 2 full battles within an episode. So first battle, Stuart, which is the everyone trying to shoot the Protostar with Defiant shooting them and them zipping around and avoiding phasers. How does this one stack up?
Yes.
High,
just because of all the iconic ships on screen, reuse your assets. You got a world, you got a universe, reuse them. Perfect, great, good. Loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, and just a shot choice. I mean, this is rarely do we have ships that can maneuver almost like fighters, and it can be obnoxious if done too much. But this one has very few ships that you can get away with, so you get to see some truly amazing weaving. And honestly, it felt a lot like the Orville hugging the donkey sequence. Not to that comedic extreme, but same vibe, but it worked just about. But also, yeah, having this like amazingly large fleet. We haven't seen one since DS9. And it's heroes versus heroes, which again we don't see very often, has a thematic payoff. So yeah, I would agree S on this because it is a really well composed battle. It's really interesting. A lot of great shots. And we see the Enterprise more than once. Because it's on every single registry.
Oh yeah. And then for part 2, which is
it's still the same episode, but this is now the second battle.
Yes.
This is where everyone's shooting everybody, and also the Protostar. Oh no, this is the same. Oh, that's the same. Hold on, that's the same one. That was just a better shot. Hold on, that was what I was looking for. Right, that's the evil. Now everyone's red.
Oh.
And everyone's shooting everyone, and they're just trying to sort of go around. And you see these amazing hits that are crazy, of just like hitting hull and destroying. Although this is terrible in that the impulse engines like somewhat stop rendering. And horrendous hull texturing. It's clearly just a substance metal, which is awful. But the physical build's great, but
yeah,
texturing's awful.
Also, as for a lot of the same reasons, just seeing these iconic ships. Now, if you want to point out the render errors, that might drop it down actually. But
see, I want to go A for 2 reasons. 3 reasons. 1, doesn't make sense they're all red. That was a bad choice, didn't make sense, so that doesn't work. And they're a smarter show than that, so that's first of all.
Bad call, Ripley.
2, no one moves. So the first scene's very dynamic, the second scene's very static. So the quality is less interesting in that regard. Less interesting only, though. It's still great, A is still deserved, because it's super fun, super weird, super chaotic, super harsh. And we discussed this, and in fact, Aaron Waltke had agreed with us. You could just say, fire everything, and everyone shoots everything. All the shields are down, you could destroy every ship in minutes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, every Sovereign could fire quantums and kill every single ship in 4 or 5 minutes, right? But they want people to suffer and burn, and if you destroy your ships...
And
then they
call in more ships.
Exactly. So it's actually a punishment, slow, 1,000 cuts kind of battle, which is so goddamn graphic, but it explains why we can continue to see ships shooting low-powered phase in the background, and still... So it's a really fun battle, but I think I want to give them 2 different scores for that reason. But yes.
Perfect.
Like
yes. Good choice.
Thank you. Well, Olivia, you know, a little bit on.
Yeah. Mark Lawrence, though. Good to see you, Mark. $5. The animated series. What? Season 2, Episode 3, The Practical Joker. The ship makes an inflatable ship 5 times the size of the Enterprise, and the Romulans feel insulted when they destroy it. Yeah, the inflatable decoy ship.
The Impractical Joker.
The Practical Joker. Yep.
Alright, let's give me some.
I didn't think it was the Romulans, though.
I mean, they're clear on D7s, but that doesn't tell you anything.
Yeah. Let's see.
I'm scrolling. You maybe should make that maybe Foley should go on the non-holodeck at some point in a Trek shorts.
Oh, the environmental.
Yeah, that'd be kind of cool. Build the same little console thing.
Sure.
Oh god, that's a. Oh no, this is an ill-fated picture. So I'm gonna throw it in.
Yeah, I'm just gonna relook at this. Yeah, it's the Romulans. Forgot that.
Boy, I'm confused. In a good way.
And then it deflates. Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, okay, so it is intentional. So yeah, the inflatable version hasn't got basards. It's got all the wrong colours because it's not a real ship.
Yeah.
And it's got red registry and... yeah. I mean, it's an idea. I'll give him that. It's a bold idea. I'll give him that. How is it moving forwards? I guess they just throw it.
I was pretty sure there was a visual where it inflated and you see them like both side by side, both Enterprises. But yeah, this is it getting hit and deflating. I mean,
Mr. Spock, launch the inflatable Enterprise. What, Captain? Launch it! Yes, Captain.
it's going to be an F because it's just a goddamn stupid.
Okay, there it
idea.
is. There's the two together, Stuart. I found it. It flies out of the shuttle bay.
Yes.
And then inflates. My God, Stuart, this is something special.
Can't wait to review the animated
Oh
series
my
right
God.
soon.
Yeah. I mean, there's only 22 of them, whatever, so it won't take very long. But there you go. I mean, this is a very creative idea, and I like they're different. And it does look shittily inflated.
It's an F though because it's a stupid idea. It's a good idea to have a decoy, I guess, but not this kind of decoy. Inflatable is the best they could come up with back then. Not holographic, not anything else.
Well, how would you project that outside the ship in TOS era?
How would you inflate a balloon in space?
Space gas? What do you mean?
I mean, you could probably do that.
Yeah, that's easy. It's fine.
Okay, fine. D.
I want to give it a D. This is so creative. I like the shots. I don't know. I mean, I remember the first bit, but I don't remember this being a thing. I like they're different. That's nice. It's a nice touch. Mark, you legend. What a pick.
Leave it to Mark.
Leave it to Mark. We have some. I mean, maybe we should. Maybe it's our 10-year present to ourselves.
You should have Mark just host an episode or two of Trekyards.
No, I meant review animated series, but you know. Yes.
If you haven't watched the animated series, Dan, I would suggest checking it out. It's definitely interesting. It's a forgotten. Well, it's new Star Trek to people that haven't seen it.
Mm-hmm.
That's still very much influenced by Gene Roddenberry, and it's got the original cast. It's like watching new episodes.
Yeah.
Some of them are kind of silly, but some of them are kind of good. So,
yeah.
All right. So you owe it to yourself to watch it. Mark U throws in £2. Cerritos and Titan versus the Packlids. Well, it's $5, unfortunately, for the. Just because there are so few there's so few battles, and I think we've already talked about. Did we not talk about that one? Yes, we did. It's an A.
Oh no, the Titan coming in.
Oh,
yeah,
that's a different one in A.
Yes, the other one is the Packard versus Cerritos. This is the Titan coming to save Cerritos.
Oh, another Enterprise coming in.
Another Enterprise.
Cool. All right. Yeah, another $3 on that one, and we'll do it.
Because that is a legendary battle.
Kyle Wong, 10 pounds battle. A fighter maneuver straight down a trench. A precise hit started a chain reaction and destroyed the station.
Do you remember that episode of Star Trek? Do you remember that episode? I don't know if
Oh yeah, it's when in the last end of Picard season 3. Down the trench.
We've already looked at that. It's got an A both times.
Yeah.
We can look at the battle though, the one against the Ferengi Kai. Please clarify. If you want to look at the Star Wars one, we can, but please clarify. Yes, Mark, you do indeed. Oh, I'm going to do another poll. I have no idea.
Ooh, he's got an idea for a poll. Hit like, guys. 43 likes, which is great. We have 34 of you here, which is also great. But I'd like to get to 50 likes if possible. It's another 7 people. So if you're just joining us and haven't hit like, now is your chance. Please do so. Don't forget to super chat in with a $5 super chat to give us a battle to add to this ranking. And we will discuss that, of course. So lots of ways to participate and have fun. Leslie says, Desilu, why Star Trek's Romulan bird of prey vanished? That a YouTube video where the story came from. Yeah, it doesn't matter though. I'm on YouTube. I can make a video saying that this is how something happened. Doesn't mean it's true. I will watch it, but yeah. Anybody can say anything. What's the proof behind it? We know people like Doug Drexler and people like in the industry that we haven't heard that story from them. They would know. I'm just saying. So, Ozzy, $5. Lower Decks. Final episode on season 4. It's it. Locarno. Yeah, there's it's a pretty good battle actually. Let's be fair.
Okay, there you go.
Of Nova Fleet.
Yes, which is now in Star Trek Online. You can take the Nova Fleet weird alien ship, which is cool. I don't think they're going to use that because it's a weird ship, but they did. So good for them. Do I have season?
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, I've only got episode.
Yeah, but lots of really good ships in that fleet.
Where is the episode? But Stuart, read out the poll. I look the episodes. But yeah, if you can.
Will you be joining us for our 2 10-year anniversary lives, 11th of October and the 19th of October? Celebrate Wish Us. Yes to both. One of those. Neither. Sorry. Yeah. Well, one will not be drinking. That'll be this Friday. It's just a hangout 2-hour live. And then the Drunkyards will be on the 19th. And be an all-afternoon type deal. Drinking. Be a good time. Real celebration, hopefully. So.
Yeah, I'm gonna prep a whole lot of pictures and fun memories, and we've got a lot of things we've done. I mean, so many things. It's kind of crazy when you think about it.
Yep.
Alright. So there you go. This is the battle, and I think they even call it Mutara Nebula. I think they go full in on the joke.
Don't recall.
And at the end of this, they detonate a Genesis 2 device in a nebula, which creates another planet, and they call it after the dead guy, who's of course Tom Paris, but not Tom Paris. So
Nick Locarno.
So it's very, very literal Rathacon, with the excellent interior of the Steamrunner. It's not actually a Steamrunner, although it's very similar. I made a whole video on how
it's a Saber Runner or something.
Yeah. I mean, it's very, very similar.
Yeah.
But it is actually reasonably different when they could just do the same thing. So let me refresh, because if I recall, so this is Mariner. She steals a ship. Well, they've got a fleet of ships. They've got some Ferengi. They've got some Orion. They've got some Romulan.
Got the original Romulan design, the vertical one.
Well, as is the alternate one, but at the same time. But yeah, and including bridges, and then they come with that almost with that Orion dreadnought, which is crazy, and they slam into the shield grid.
Yep.
I guess it's all a battle. And then you go through an ice field like Titan AI, which is great. And then there's also technically a battle on the planet, which I forgot about, with Mixamo. Wow, this is a weird episode. And you find the dreadnought, which is broken, but technically it works. It's like, yeah, shut up. And the steam... Oh, she uses the manual control column, which is great.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot in this battle. I mean, there's a lot in this battle.
It's a very fan-filled, pleasure-driven episode as far as references go. So yeah.
Oh, and the captain's yacht as well, which is a variation of the main one. From wow, yeah. Oh man, this one's tricky. 'Cause it is definitely derivative.
I want to say A at least. I don't think it makes S quite.
Well, it hasn't got the emotional punch of the other big battles and lower decks. Oh, it's difficult. It's fun, but it's not as cool as it could have been. I don't know why. I remember we were less than whoa at the time. It's whoa, but not like whoa.
Yeah.
But it's a whole episode.
Yeah.
Okay, I agree. S, the pure amount of things.
You said S?
Oh, A. Sorry, I agree with A. I think there's too many things to ignore. I don't think it does as well as it could have. But yeah, it's a whole commitment to the bit.
It's better than anything we saw in any season of Discovery, so let's keep that in mind. And Mark Yu throws in £5. There you go. That is for his another Enterprise coming in. And we are only at 46 likes still, guys. Let's get another 4 likes to get up to 50. So if you haven't hit like yet, please do so.
You know, I want even more likes.
At least.
So this was Lower Deck Season 1. We didn't know if they're always going to be serious or not. And they absolutely bring... This when the Packers come in, it's already an amazing episode anyway. Then they brought back Riker on the actual Titan for the first time, and Deanna, and a bridge, and a pew-pew, and heroics, and the Sirius gets screwed over, and the Packers fight on the ship, and the shuttle blows it up, and...
Yep. I remember being grinning ear to ear with this, just beaming with yes, excitement. And we loved talking about this, just to see Riker back and the Titan. Seeing Luna class on screen.
And not the depressing Picard Season 1 Riker. This was, he's obviously a bit silly, fair, but he's really, really good in this.
Yes. So for me, this is absolutely, I would say an S tier.
Stuart? I agree. Because this is iconic in the annals of history. It made the Titan truly, fully 100% canon, which we've all thought vaguely for almost 2 decades. And it's fun, it's silly, and to see it come in guns blazing, firing phase, it feels epic. I mean, the joke, another Enterprise, has been said ad nauseum because it's really funny, and the way they frame it is really funny. And they say the Cerritos, and it feels great. And it's just, I mean, yes, it's a stupid-looking version of the Titan in many ways. The blinkies are all wrong, because... at least there are blinkies, and the hull's badly textured, and at the end there's a glow to the red. It's a not very good model of the Titan. They improve it later on, which is weird. But they improve everything. It's Season 1, right? In fact, they did it is enough.
But the music and it coming in, firing phasers, it's such an epic moment.
Yeah, I forgot to mention the music as well, because they use obviously stings that we know, but it's so stirring. Because we always say between us they should bring in legacy things to add oomph. This is top tier
oomph.
Legacy oomph. Sounds dumb, but it's super true. I didn't feel contrived either, right? It wasn't like Captain Geordie on the Challenger. Like, oh, that's cool, but okay, bit of a stretch. This is obviously makes sense.
Yeah. And
you should see him do things. And I assumed he would be major in Season 2 as a fun duo storyline, and they let us down horribly with that. because it's what I clearly thought they were doing, but they didn't want to do that. So no, screw me. No. Sam does not get his way. Nope.
Yes. Harumph.
Yes.
Olivia throws in $5. The USS Foley versus USS Horizon. It was a fun one, but Horizon sadly spared in the battle.
I don't know if you'd win that battle, Stuart. Just going to be brutally honest.
It's not about the ships. It's about the captains.
I don't know if you're going to win that battle, Stuart. Just being honest. Pew, 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 pew. I got quantums, bitch.
You know what? if Maverick can win against 3 5th-gen fighters, Top Gun Maverick, the Foley can beat out the Horizon, no problem. It's not about the plane; it's about the pilot.
Yes, but you only have 3 nacelles. I have 8.
You're just compensating for something. You don't know how to use them. Clearly, that's the problem. More does not make it better. That's an epic battle for sure. That would be like the Trekyards level, the S+. It's up here somewhere.
I mean, to be fair, that would be a fan film to crowdfund for. It makes no sense. Like, you have to have some really contrived way of doing that battle. But, like, seeing... What's that?
You can figure out an easy way to do that.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. But, like, it couldn't just be actually, like... As in, it'd be Trek Shorts canon, right? So it wouldn't just be, like... It would have to make sense. But you could do something fun with that. And be like, whoa, these, you know... Whatever.
War games.
Sure, yeah. I mean, that's, you know... That's an easy way out. Alright, next is a really cool, interesting suggestion.
Ozzy throws in $5. Lower Decks. Season 3 with Texas Starship. Oh, yes.
And this is a very tricky... As you can see, I had to find multiple layers, because this is a long sequence. It's not so much a battle, because they bomb the starbase, and we never get to see that. Then they trace the Cerritos, which is cool, visually. And they fire phase at warp! Bad, Mike. Don't be doing that. And then they fire the warp core, if you recall.
Yeah, he gets to eject the warp core finally.
Yeah.
And all the Cerritos, the California classes show up.
The Cerritos is yes.
The Cerritai. Cerritai.
Again, not the biggest season that we loved, as in, like, just didn't quite hit all the... But, I mean, look at some of these visuals, right? These are crazy.
Yeah.
These are so us.
Yeah, I remember enjoying it. It just, oh yeah, slicing up the starbase.
That's crazy. Yeah. That's awesome. I mean, it's horrible. But it's awesome. Ah. It doesn't excite me, though. But it's really cool. You know, 3 AI-controlled battleships fighting a sovereign, which I believe this was the one that was the guy from CBS.
Oh, the John Van Sitters.
There you go.
The USS Van Sitters, yeah.
There you go. I know, what's your gut reaction? Because it's certainly very, very, very unique.
It is, and yeah, to have all the California classes show up at the end and then get to eject the warp core and use that as an actual weapon. There's a lot to like. I don't know if it's S. I don't think it's S tier for me. I just gotta kind of move some things here and see what's in.
Yeah, sorry.
A and B.
I think we're in the same realm as the other lower decks. There's so much in it, it's got to be an A. It's so damn big and interesting and ambitious and clever. But it doesn't excite me the way it should. But it's just so much is going on, right? I mean, that helps being a cheap show and using Trek canon. You can just have fun with it, right? As in cheap to animate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, at least, yeah, it's an A. Because it's one of the newer Treks that's really enjoyable to watch, and that was a pretty satisfying conclusion to that arc, really.
I don't know what else they could have done, right? It was like, whoa, this is a big commitment to the bit. But it just didn't have the same weight. But again, we're comparing best to the best, right? The Cerritos at the end of the final end of 1 is such an epicness. Mm-hmm. But, you know, oh no, it only gets an A. It's like, it gets an A.
Yeah. Rutherford is daddy of the Texas class ships. Yes.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fair. I think that's fair. Hey, thanks, Olivia. I just read the group chat. Yes, I have some funny lines. I'm a silly boy. Alright, so in the final couple of minutes, we'd love to get another 2. It's been really fun. Again, super interesting discussion. I love the random ones, right? I know you were not fully set on could this be a good live for battles. There's so many we break it down like this, right? And we're probably halfway through battles, probably, but there's got to be loads more. We're missing everything from Enterprise pretty much, anything from Picard, seasons 1, 2, anything from Strange Worlds,
from Calvin Universe, JJ.
I mean, there's loads left. So, yeah.
Balance of Terror isn't on the list.
Yes, the other Balance of Terror isn't on the list.
Yeah, Balance of Mercy, whatever.
Yeah, yeah. Which is some good. That is some good Space Wars. Okay, we can find one more if you guys. Actually, I'm gonna go one fan one because I want to give it some credit, and see if you guys want to put in any last ones.
Yeah, feel free to super chat in anything you guys think. We did hit 50 likes, which is great. We got 21 votes on the poll with 31 people here. We can do better on the poll. Go vote on the poll. Because we want to know if you guys are going to be happy that we're celebrating 10 years this week.
Yeah.
10 years of Trekyards. I've known this guy for 10 years.
I bet your brain was thinking Shaikuma loser or something.
It was.
Yeah. I was hearing that in your expression.
But I was like, no, I shouldn't do that.
This one time I'll be nice. So I want to put in, because I worked on Renegades, sort of, the Star Trek Renegades Icarus versus Klingon battlecruisers versus Archer, the first battle, where the Icarus is... This is the fan film, Star Trek Renegades, the feature-length film with the post-Nemesis cast, where the Icarus is a cloaked ship that's trying to steal from the Archer by pretending to be a Klingon ship, and the Klingon ships that they're meant to deal with, make it, and then they're like, oops, we've been caught, and then they have to fight everybody in this battle, and they manage to get out just and destroy a Klingon ship with their 4 mounted hyperphaser things. And there's some really cool shots. If you recall this battle at all.
I don't specifically. This visual looks fantastic. It's one I definitely need to go back and rewatch.
Yeah. Because
this looks cool.
Yeah, it's a really fun battle. You can see the Icarus fire, it's 4 mega phasers, fire pulse phasers, destroy a torpedo, which you never see, doing point defense cannon work. All the Klingons shoot as well. There's some fun decloaking. Archer fires. There's a sweeping up and then fire shot. And then how do they escape? The Archer fires torpedoes, and the Icarus uses them to hit the Klingon. No, to hit one of the other ships to stop them from chasing them, because they track with them and then force them to tail the ship. Which is really lots of clever things. And Tobias does a great job with the visuals and the style. It's really fun.
Yeah, so would you give it an S?
No, I don't think it's quite that cool. I don't know why. Maybe because the sets, like the other side, the live action stuff doesn't quite... Oh. But the thing is, okay, if you want to make it small again, the thing is you compare this fun to then Star Trek 3 with all that emotional impact. This has none of that. So that's a hard comparison, right? And that looks better because it's real miniatures, so that's a hard comparison. It's cool, it's fun, it's interesting. No, I'd go B. I think it deserves to be a B. I think had it had a bit more of an interesting set of sets, a bit more Klingon, because obviously they didn't have the budget to make the Klingons really fully there, etc. But it's a really fun battle with some really fun ideas.
Okay, B it is. Yeah. Ooh, look, we got another one. Ozzy throws in $5. Ooh. Balance of Terror, TOS.
Ooh.
Yes, right here.
Now, I don't remember the original enough to be a judge.
it's not that great.
Yeah.
Visually.
How could it be?
Storytelling wise, yes, it's a submarine battle, which is cool. Not knowing where your opponent is, kind of setting depth charges kind of deal, firing blindly. There's some interesting stuff here. It definitely takes the tech of Star Trek back a century or so, with the phaser coolant and stuff, but it's really good storytelling. And the first introduction to the Romulans, first introduction to Cloak.
Of racism.
Sure, yeah.
Mean people.
And I got to admit that the Romulan Bird of Prey is a damn sexy looking ship. I like it. So, whether it got smashed with a hammer or not.
Oh, yeah. Fair. This is tricky, though, because this is all about the exterior work, the interior work over the exterior work, right? Because all it is a few basically static shots of some ships firing, and then lots of view screen stuff. But there's so much visceral character work. Now, you could remake this, of course, with nice CGI more viscerally, but then the pacing would be all broken because they'd be too dynamic, right? It needs to be a lack of life to feel as if they're on a equal playing field of strength.
Mm-hmm.
Oof. But as I credited one of the previous ones, but you do get both sides of the battle, both bridges, both perspectives. That's got to be a proper shout out for you really feel it, right?
Yeah, and some good tactic work, like throwing out debris and a dead body to simulate.
Oh yeah.
Oh, they destroyed our ship, but then the mass doesn't equal out, and there's not enough wreckage, and it's like, So it's outthinking your opponent, and then the sacrifice of just destroying the ship so it doesn't fall into enemy hands because it's new technology.
Yeah, seriously.
There's a lot there, right? So,
but is it a good
classic for a reason?
But is it a good battle?
Not really.
And that's got to be, got to be fair on that. But it is epic. I mean, I'll go B in a similar way to Star Trek 3. In that is very simple as well. This has way more character, that has way better space effects, but they both have a lot of oomph to them. Although, of course, that's also Enterprise. Possibly too positive, but, it's the first battle. And this is Season 1. They brought absolute A-game Season 1, right? That's my gut, but what do you think?
I don't want to go higher than a C. I love the idea of I love the tactician aspect of it. I really do. But looking at the stakes, let's say for Star Trek 3, there's only 4 of them on board the Enterprise, and it's the flagship of the Federation. It's damaged. It's going up against a little Burrell with 12 people on board that didn't know that it wasn't a fully manned ship. There's some interesting stakes there, right?
Medium rare too,
right? And ends also in a self-destruction, ironically enough. But it's
oh my god! Can you imagine if in Star Trek 3 they called back to this you want to sacrifice just like the Romulan commander, just that Romulan commander? That'd be a hell of a callback. I mean, give it a C. I don't know if I was being too generous, because of course it isn't really about the space work; it's about the interior work. But thematically, it's got to get at least a C, right?
Yeah, I mean, for its time, it was really good. But compared to other stuff now, I just don't think it holds up. I mean, thematically, yes, absolutely, it's one of those classic stories, right? But I honestly, personally thought I'd put it higher.
I did too.
But,
that's why I did.
But I don't know if I can justify putting it higher.
See, you're a TOS fanboy with some common sense too.
Right.
That's the important
It's definitely better than the inflatable Enterprise from the animated series, though.
Yes. Well, that's a fine idea.
But I'd much rather watch Peak Performance.
Oh yeah.
For the action, right?
Oh yeah.
Classic Trek, you got to watch.
See,
so there's different metrics, right?
And the Peak Performance also has great character work too.
It does, yeah.
Oh, should that be a B? Because of the character work on the inside, or just high and low C?
High and low C.
Okay, fair.
Yeah.
But all right, I think that's with 6 minutes left. I think that is the end of that. Let's finish the poll. 21 votes. Will be joining us both this Friday and next Saturday's live. Obviously, you guys are our regulars, and we love you. We know you so well. Yes, both of these lives, 81%. Thank you. 14%. One of them, and neither. Sorry. It's 5%, which is probably one of you. So that one person. Hi. Sorry, busy.
Probably
cancel your work.
Probably classic for real, just trolling us. I think people just vote negatively just because they can. That's what I think. Anyway.
Well, they know
I'd
that,
like to. Oh.
Well, they know that if we ever get that that one poll with 100%, we'll get past 6,000 subscribers. But because we don't do that, YouTube doesn't let us go past the subscriber count, right? It's like a thing. You have to earn your wings.
The day we get a poll that's 100% is the day we retire. So people don't want us to retire and be done with Trekyards.
Oh my! It's not accepting
We
that.
could put up a poll saying, "Are you human? Do you breathe oxygen? Yes or no?" And we would still not get 100%. Like,
I mean, I don't think you're wrong. Damn.
Anyway, I'd like to thank everybody for watching and tuning in. Not just today, but for the 10 years. Join us on Friday because that is our actual literal 10-year anniversary that day. We'll do a 2-hour live of just hanging out, looking back at some stuff. Mm-hmm. And the following weekend will be the Trekyards, which will be a blast. Mm-hmm. I think we'll have a really good time for that one. So make sure you join us. Yeah, it's it's sweet. You know, what a number. We're still making each other laugh. And you don't call me. Was it? It wasn't Samuel from the UK. It was. I think it was Samuel from the UK. It's always from the UK. It's always very specific. Well, yeah, because it's like. Everybody asks, you're from 2 different countries. How did you guys start this? Well, it's like, at the time, it was like, hey, this guy from the UK reached out to me. Started talking to him. That's pretty cool. He's in the UK. So, of course, I was going to mention it. It was novel. We let's go to the thumbnail battle. It was there the whole time, the thumbnail. No one thought to add the battle of this. Good. That's okay. Pathetic. You guys are disappointments. For 9 years and 363 days, you're pathetic. 360. Yeah. Anywho's, we will see you guys probably tomorrow as well for a live. But yeah. Join us. Until then, he's Commander Cocking. He's got a vote. See you later, guys. Bye, guys. Bye.